What's going on, Sooner Nation? We got an Elite Junior Day going on right now. A lot of elite prospects on campus. But we're not here to talk about that today. We've talked about it before. You guys go watch those videos. We'll recap the Elite Junior Day on Monday. But today we got to talk about a prospect that was actually on the Junior Day visitor list, showed up a little bit early, and this is a position of need for Oklahoma. This is one that a lot of fans outside of the offensive line are looking at and saying, I expect to be recruited at a high level, and I potentially want to see it be turned around. I know you guys do too. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe button. Join the discussion. Give me your guys' thoughts. And how many commits do you guys think we're going to see out of this weekend? I'll set the over-under at 1.5. Join the discussion. Let me know. All right, let's dive into it. Nate Roberts. He was on campus for Oklahoma. I think it was either Thursday or Friday. And, man, doesn't that jersey just look sexy, guys? I saw these pictures, and I don't know why I didn't expect it, but SEC patch on the jersey. I think this is one of the first recruits that we've seen with the SEC patch on the jersey. I had to do a double take, make sure it wasn't Alabama, but guys, looks pretty good. But on that note, Nate Roberts was on campus, and for a lot of you guys, you've seen the rumors circulating. You guys have seen the predictions, and hey, Ohio State, they're trending for Nate Roberts. They're pushing. Nate Roberts has over 37 offers from teams across the country, and currently, he's 100% of the crystal balls in favor of Ohio State, including one from thy Steve Wiltfong. You heard that right. Tom Loy and Bill Kurlick. If you're an Oklahoma fan, it's kind of concerning because this is a guy that I feel like a lot of people, a lot of Oklahoma fans, they've looked at this one and said, this is a must land. He's from Washington, in the backyard of Oklahoma, a top 100 player in the country. Joe John Finley's recruiting at a high level. I mean, he just got a former a 5-star in the 2025 class, but reclassified and wasn't a 5-star anymore in 2024. And Devon Mitchell, who's going to be an absolute dude for Oklahoma. Like, let's just make sure that that's aware. Going to be an absolute dude for Oklahoma. And I think there is some concern because, as I alluded to a little bit ago, this is a position that you feel like Oklahoma needs to go out there and not only just get one dude, but you got to get maybe two, like, solid prospects, maybe at least one elite and one solid prospect at this position here in 2025. And trust me, Oklahoma's in good position to at least get two. I mean, you've got prospects like Deshaun Brame and Chase Lofton and Lincoln Cure, and like it's out there. Like, the possibility is there. But I look at the room and I say, okay, you lost Jason Llewellyn, but you got Caden Helms, you've got Cade McKinstry, you've got Joshua Fanuel. Not a lot of production there. And yeah, you're bringing in Bauer Sharp and Jake Roberts to the transfer portal, and you bring in Devon Mitchell from the class. But I feel like in 2025, with the prospects that are out there at this position, especially with Nate Roberts probably being the top of the priority list for Oklahoma, you've got to hit on at least two. Oklahoma has produced good tight ends before. It's not like we're talking about a program that hasn't produced good tight ends. Like, they've put out the Mark Andrews and the Austin Stogners, and I can't think of the kid before Austin Stogner that ended up having to retire because of the medical stuff, but ended up going to Cal, or maybe it was USC. And then you've got Jermaine Gresham, right? Like, Oklahoma's had good tight ends, and I'm sure there's some before my time, but I look at it and say, Nate Roberts, I mean, have you guys seen his numbers? In 2022, he had 33 receptions, 705 yards, 11 receiving touchdowns. I mean, he plays baseball, right? Multi-sport athlete. He's 2022. He's won a state championship. Like, he's a leader, right? He can come in and he can bring a winning mentality. And that's what you want. You want to get guys that have that winning mentality. They know what it takes. I think it's going to be hard to say Nate Roberts doesn't end up in this class for Oklahoma because he's in the backyard, because his brother's there, right? Oklahoma's going to have that unfair advantage because he's going to be on campus watching his brother. At least that's what we presume, right? I mean, that's how it feels. Then not to mention, I mean, you got Kevin Sperry, who's been pushing pretty hard. And what kind of recruiter is Kevin Sperry going to be with guys that are not in his school? That's kind of what we're going to find out with Nate Roberts. But then I look at other guys in this class that, hey, if you don't land on Nate Roberts, there's still some other really good guys out there, like a Lincoln Cure, who, according to 247, is a number 38 overall player. On three's got him as ranked 42nd overall player. Out of Goodland, Kansas, 6'4.5", 210 pounds. I think right now On Three has him trending in Kansas State's direction, obviously because he's in the state of Kansas. But you look at that and you go, probably going to be Oregon, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas State. Shoot, Kansas or Missouri might even try to get in there. And if you look at a guy like Lincoln Cure, who has been to Kansas State 4 times, he's been to Oregon once, but from at least the records of On Three, doesn't appear to have been to Oklahoma. I mean, you still feel really good about your chances there because Venables wants to create that pipeline in Kansas, and you know they're going to make that a priority, especially if you lose Nate Roberts, who, as of right now, is in all indications trending to Ohio State. Or you can look at Deshaun Brame, right? Another kid out of Kansas at Derby, and he's a top 100 prospect in the country. And right now, I look at it and I say, he's gotten some predictions for Oregon, but I'm not necessarily 100% worried. I'm not there. So I don't know what it's going to look like for Oklahoma fans. I don't know what you guys do. I don't know what you guys' thought process is. Still got Chase Lofton, a guy that showed up to the BV camp at 6'5.5", 200 pounds out of Omaha, Nebraska. Extremely talented. He can get up there and he can compete with the best of them. But Oklahoma, this is a position you got to address. And Oklahoma fans, I don't think they're going to expect anything less than you going out there and you landing at least 2 elite prospects in this class. I mean, maybe you guys have a different take. But in my opinion, I think Oklahoma's got a hit here. And you have the ability to. But right now you have 2 prospects. Nate Roberts trending to Ohio State and Deshaun Brame trending to Oregon. Now, Deshaun Brame still has predictions in favor of Oklahoma. So I'm not saying that Oklahoma is out on the prediction category for both these players, but they're there. So, guys, I want to hear from you, and I want to hear what y'all's thoughts are. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Tune in on what you guys thought about the SEC logo on the jerseys. Do you think Oklahoma lands Nate Roberts or Deshaun Brame? I want to hear you guys' thoughts on that. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Join the discussion.